Alright everybody, welcome back to another No Item World Tour here with Zamasu, showing off his team and just how powerful he is and that he can no item every stage of the current difficult content that we have out at the moment. So, I have already shown him against the difficult fights in all of these events, but I figured I would just show him in every single event with the team builds that I would use to take it down, and that's what we're going to go ahead and go in this showcase for. So first up here we do have Turles and the movie edition of Red Zone. Nothing too much to say here. Merge Zamasu just walks into every single one of these fights and just absolutely lays his giant purple fist into these guys and gets them out of here. So we do have AGL Zamasu and cord issues in all of these videos. Sorry about that, but well, maybe not all the videos have cord issues, but we do have AGL Zamasu in all of them. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if this is how you would approach these fights or if you would change the team ups at all. Let me know down in the comments below. I will come back for commentary with Slug. Alright, next up here in the docket is Lord Slug. Nothing much here to really say about Lord Slug. He just doesn't have the firepower anymore to scare any of us. Even whenever he came out, he was kind of just on par with about the God event, maybe a little bit harder, and there's nothing really much here to say about Slug. Zamasu just clobbers this guy instantly, so he and his minions are not there anymore. He can definitely not compete with the likes of Rose and First Form Cell, who this Zamasu is balanced around, so nothing much here to say about Slug. He's pretty easy. Well, let's move on to the next commentary. All right, next up on the docket is Cooler. Again, nothing much here to say about Cooler. He's also a countdown super attack in his second phase, so he can't really, or I guess in his technical final phase, his third phase, his physical phase, so there's nothing more he can really do to us in this fight. I set my record in this event. I mean, we just walk in here, we clobber him, we clobber his minions, and we leave. There's literally nothing he can do to us, so that is Cooler. Let's go ahead and move on to Android 13. All right, next up on the docket is Android 13, who has no type coverage at all in his fight, and he has 2 AGL phases, and Zamasu is tech and can do a 20 million attack stat with a 50% chance to crit. I'm going to let you guys guess how this fight goes. It was just free. I mean, this fight was absolutely free, no issues. You can't dodge, so I don't think I brought Chilai in this fight, but we brought the tech androids, and I mean, they're great in here. They have the Ghost Usher if we need it. And I mean, listen, this guy can't even hurt us in this fight, so nothing really here to talk about Android 13. See for yourself. He gets absolutely clobbered. I know the commentary for these are a little bit shorter, but these fights are pretty short once I speed them up. So let me know what you guys thought about Zamasu here against 13. Let's go ahead and move on to Bojack, which is going to be our first real fight of the video. Alright, next up here is Bojack. Now, I wasn't super concerned running into this fight, but this guy can be a little bit screwy. Can't he lock and seal? I know for sure he can lock, which can be really annoying in this fight, because, I mean, locks in general are really annoying, but I think he can seal also. I don't remember exactly what this guy does at the end of the fight, but I was a little bit worried that maybe he would seal somebody or, like, lock somebody in a really inconvenient spot, ruin our rotations, and I think he kind of does. I don't remember exactly what happens in this fight, but I remember it takes me a while to get through that final phase, because I think he was just, like, bullying us with his debuffs. I mean, he can't kill us, so it was just a battle of attrition of, like, eventually, Bojack, we're going to kill you, so, you know, have it your way. You make this take long or short, that's up to you, but overall, this fight is not too difficult, especially with Piccolo Jr. around. He can absolutely just wipe this entire fight. He has his AoE in the first phase where he can get completely built up, basically, and then he's type effective in the final phase, so as long as he's not, like, locked down by debuffs, he can absolutely take out this fight. So nothing much really here to say about Bojack. He still can be a little bit of a tricky fight depending on the units that you bring in here, but for Zamasu's team, it is definitely not an issue. So let me know what you guys thought about this fight here against Bojack. We're going to let it play out, and I will come back with commentary for Janemba. All right, next up here is Janemba. Again, this was a pretty quick fight. Again, all these fights with Zamasu are just super quick. This guy just absolutely dominates this fight. I've taken Zamasu against Janemba a couple times now. I think this is my second time, at least on camera, that I've taken him in here. So we know that this guy absolutely clobbers Janemba, and he stands no chance here. I guess this is AGL Zamasu's debut against this fight, but overall, not a difficult fight for us. Very easy. Merge Zamasu is just too good. He's too good for these early red zones, so hopefully by the time we get to the Wicked Bloodline red zones, we start having challenges, but I'll tell you secretly, I have already recorded most of those videos. The only one I haven't finished up is the cooler one, because he did one-shot Chilai 2 times in a row, which was really, really annoying, that her dodge chance failed 2 times in a row. It was just super unfortunate, so... anyway, but I have already recorded most of those fights, and the bosses there did not fare much better either, so... anyway, we're going to finish it out here, and I'll come back with my final commentary against Broly. All right, last up here we have Broly. Again, this fight, he can't do anything to us. Zamasu having type advantage in like the final phase. He can tank the AoE. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing this Broly boss can do to us to do any damage to us throughout this entire fight. We have 80% damage reduction on turn 1, and we have guard with Goku Black and Zamasu. There's just, we can bring the tech androids. We could have brought, this is my run I did initially, whenever AGL Zamasu came out, I believe, so... we do have the Android 19 and 20. That's why if this footage looks familiar, it is literally the run that's already up on the channel. So it's like he can't do anything to us. We, absorb his ki blasts. We block his ki blast. We tank everything. Literally no issues here against Broly. So let me know what you guys thought about overall Zamasu here in the Broly, or not the Broly, but the movie Red Zone fights. He's just too powerful. I know I've said that in like every commentary, but really, if you guys take the time to like look at this footage, I know it's going really fast, but if you take the time to look at this, it's just like the team is too good. They can't do anything to us. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.